Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Magic with Zuby, brought to you by Walrus Game Studio. My name is Zuby, and if you're brand new to this show's all about a little well-known card game called Magic the Gathering, and maybe a little bit more. So we're back with the first official episode of Magic with Zuby, and we have none other than my brother from another mother. The sea separates us, and that's Matt, aka TotalMTG, who we both started, doing content creation since 2016 and have remained good friends since then. And I brought him on to kick off the new year with we talk a lot about Magic. We talk about, the Walrus Game Studio and everything else in between. Had a really great time talking with him. I love it, and I hope you enjoy listening to the episode. But before we get in there, Magic with Zuby can be found on every podcast platform out there that you can think of. If it's not out there on a platform, then I've never heard of it before. So boom, there you go. And then also Walrus Game Studio. We have our first D&D book coming out very soon, hopefully within the next 2 months. We don't have a release date yet, because we're waiting on the cover art to finish, and as soon as the cover art's done, then we're gonna set the release date, and that's gonna be it. Boom, boom, boom! It's gonna be out, and we're so excited. And then, if you've been following me on the socials on Magic with Zuby, you've been seeing that we have announced our first video game, our first Steam video game page has gone live. Network Engineer Simulator, and as of the recording of this podcast, the feedback has been amazing. It's been great. It's so awesome. I'm kind of at a loss for words for it. But all right, let's just get into the interview here, everybody, and please help me welcome my brother from another mother, Matt, aka TotalMTG. Okay, so this is like our yearly tradition here. It's become, because I even had you on last year, and it's probably one of my favorite episodes because it's you. It's once again, we've been talking since 2016, and that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Holy shit, 8 years now. Oh my god,
8 years we've known each other, mate.
Oh,
unbelievable,
dude, it's insane. Oh, you know what I actually applied for? Actually, last week. It feels like 5 months ago. I am getting my passport again.
Oh, really?
And I'm already talking about going over to Europe. So, hey,
Mate, got a spare room whenever you need it.
Dude, I may seriously take you up on that offer. I mean, probably not this year because I have a lot of debt I got to pay off. Yeah. But definitely 100% next year I'm going somewhere in Europe. Brilliant.
Yeah, go for it, mate. We could be by the coast then, because we're looking at moving at the end of the year.
Oh, again? Moving again?
Yeah.
Nice.
We want to get closer to, there's a place over here called Norfolk, which is a place where we love to go over here. It's on the coast.
I saw your pictures.
Yeah, so that place where we always go to, that's where we're looking to move towards. So we won't be able to get right by the coast just because there's basically nothing around there. So it'd be too, just
too remote.
It'd be like living in the desert. It's just nothing. There's literally nothing there.
You go fishing, right?
Yeah, you could do that. And obviously, the closer you get to the coast, the more expensive it is as well.
Yeah, that too.
So we're looking for work. Still need to do a bit of work. So we're probably looking at about 30-40 minute drive from there. So
I mean, that's still not bad because it's about how long it takes me to get to the coast from where I live.
Yeah. It's not bad.
See, about a 30-minute drive.
Hours. Oh, see, that's what we want. So it's 2.5 hours to get to Norfolk from where we are now.
Yeah.
And it's just it's all right. It's doable quite easily, but it's just too far. Just want to pop down there. I need to. I want to live by the sea.
So hold on. So I've seen a meme before about driving long distances in UK versus the US. So 2.5 hour drive is like a regular afternoon drive for us.
Yeah.
Is that considered super long for you guys?
Well, that'd be long for me anyway. Definitely, like too far. 2.5, 3 hours with a bit of traffic. No, that's just too far. I don't even know how many miles it is. I can't remember. It's 100 and something, I think.
I mean, still 2.5 hours is a long time to be in a car.
Yeah.
Like if you had to do it every day, but for like
One trip.
for one trip, it's not too bad.
I mean, my friends drove to Scotland the other day, and that was 8.5 hours. So that was that's a fair trip on the car. That is I don't know what that would equate to going from your town to another town. How far that would be, but
So, back in the summertime, I took my daughter on a road trip from Florida to Washington, D.C. And we started at 5 a.m. and we didn't arrive till like 4 or 5 p.m. that day.
Oh, God, like it's 11, 12 hours.
Jeez, it may have been 6 or 7 when we finally got to the hotel because of traffic. Because I can't remember if you've ever been to DC or not, but traffic. Once you get into like the heart of DC, traffic is god awful.
Yeah, I can imagine being that. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You drive 7-8 hours in this country, you're in another country. You're not just another state in another country.
Yeah. I feel like people really don't understand how big the U.S. is sometimes.
Yeah, I mean that's why there's a lot of internal holidays in America because it's literally like a state can be a different country, can't it? It literally is.
It can kind of be
different. Yeah, and the travel it takes to get there, where you could travel from one state to another, where we could fly halfway to Australia or somewhere.
Yeah, something like that. Because after we got done with DC, we drove to Ohio, which is just west of DC. And so you're driving through the Appalachian Mountains and all that, and it was just such a gorgeous drive. And then you get to then you get to Ohio and it's completely flat. And it's so you're right, it is kind of like a different country in a sense cuz
I've got a couple of other friends who live in Ohio. A patron, one of my patrons, I think, lives in Ohio.
Oh, nice.
As well, so yeah, I do know it's nice to send me pictures sometimes.
Yeah, Ohio can be nice. Like it's
yeah, but like the trails, like you say, to get there are quite amazing. And
it
Colorado looks nice as well.
I know. I want to go to Colorado so bad. It's on my to-do list.
Yeah, it does look nice there. Yeah, he's showing me one of my patrons was showing me some of like the old train stuff in there and everything like that. And going through the mountains just looks amazing.
Dude.
Yeah, I'd love to go over there again sometime, but I've just got this thing about flying at the moment. I just can't fly. So
is it you're afraid or?
Yeah, I just had a really bad flight, and even though it was like 11 years ago, it completely put me off. I think now because I've left it so long, it's made it worse. You know what I mean? So
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad turbulence, and then we had like this crazed person on there that thought they could feel air coming from under their feet.
Oh God, that's not even any. That's worse.
They tried to start lifting up the carpet. They were going. They had to be restrained, so they were trying to.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, what would they get to anyway?
Yeah,
they're not going to rip a bottom in anything, but it was just such a bad. That was right in front of me, and.
Oh, it was right in front of you?
Yeah, seat in front.
Oh my God! Yeah. So not only was it bad turbulence, you also had someone starting to go crazy.
Yeah, had someone that just had to be restrained.
Dude, that's a double whammy. Holy crap!
Yeah.
I kind of don't blame you. Well, if you need to get to like the mainland of Europe, you can just go by boat, can't you?
Yeah, go by boat or
across
go by
the channel.
Yeah, you can go on the train.
Oh, oh, that's right. I forgot there is a train. Yeah.
Yeah, so get the Eurostar. But yeah, I just don't have much luck with travel. Like it wasn't the last time I was on Eurostar. Eurostar was the time before. We broke down in the tunnel under the sea. And we were in there for 2.5 hours, and I was just like, "Oh, what is going on with me in travel?" So yeah,
out of all the places to break down,
I go out the front door now. That's about it,
dude. Oh my God! Out of all the places to break down, like
I know, and it was horrible.
And I'm sure everything's like the engineering structurally sound and all that stuff, but it's just that thought of. Like, if this tunnel comes down...
Yeah, it's just like,
you're done.
You're going to be swimming with fishes.
Yeah.
More like.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, me and travel, mate, we don't get on well. So I love traveling, so it makes it's like a problem.
And yet,
Never mind.
I mean, statistically speaking, you're more likely to get into an accident in car than
Exactly.
any
Yeah.
other kind of travel. So it's
Yeah. Yeah. Planes, safest thing in the world, isn't they? Really, when
yeah.
you think about it. Um,
Oh,
yeah. I don't
except
want to put it to the test.
yeah. Just to make things even worse for you, have you seen like what's been going on with Alaska Airlines?
I saw it a little bit, but not. I didn't read into it too much.
Where there was like a hole that opened up on the side of the plane and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and they had to
Yeah.
ground all those model airplanes
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so yeah, that just imagine that you're up 30,000 feet in the air and the hole just rips open on the side. Like, oh my
It's like
god,
a movie, isn't it? It's like a movie.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I just couldn't be having that. Definitely not.
So I think you're good to fly, especially Alaskan Airlines if you ever go to Alaska.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Well, last time I flew, TWA was still around, probably.
Oh god.
Yeah, they were probably still around.
Oh man. So I'm sort of back doing Magic content just a little, sort of
Yeah, good.
diving into it. I need to actually get back into paper EDH because every time I play Magic Arena I realize I still hate the program. Like,
Yes, it is a bit of a. It's a frustrating thing. It's got so many good things about it. Like you can play it
yeah.
whenever. You can, if you want a game, just start playing. But it's got so many bad things like the economy. The actual program breaks quite a lot.
Yeah.
And now they've just announced, was it yesterday, that they're not doing the next set. They're not doing the early access event this time.
Oh
There's
yeah. Yeah, I just saw
no
that
one
in
to
your
do it.
Discord.
Yeah, there's no one to do it because
They laid them off.
they've laid off. Well, they laid
Yeah.
off the main person that did it, which was a really nice guy that always used to sort me out because for the last 7, I never received the emails, and I always used to have to get a personal one from. There's a guy called Jesse Hill that was running it all, and me and him would have a joke. He said, "Well, I'll always send you one, so just message me," and that's what I mean. Letting people go like that. You think of all the hundreds and loads of creators that he's dealing with, all of that.
Yeah.
And he would still take time out to personally message me, sort me out my thing through personal emails and that's like they probably don't know how much these people actually do, but they realise it now because they were having to miss out on it because there's no one to do it, which is
man.
a bit of a problem. But yeah, arena's good for some things, but you can't beat paper.
For sure. I still have my EDH decks. I don't have any other, and I've got 2 Pauper decks. I kept my cube. But other than that, I don't have any other paper product. And besides my little collection of slivers that I kept, which I now need to get all the new slivers that came out since I've been gone.
Yeah, it's quite a few more. Yeah,
but
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
but I feel like I've missed a lot.
Table.
Yes. I still have my little setup. I actually don't have any playmats anymore except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I got rid of all of it. Like, I was completely done. And it was... but there was also a lot going on in my life at the time, too. When
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And sometimes you... Like you say, if you... I'm a bit like you. I'm getting to a point where I don't play enough probably now, to... But I feel like I'm not getting to the end of my creative stuff with Magic, but it's close. It feels close just because as you get older, things get in the way. You just don't have the time. Like I used to be able to do 4 or 5 videos a week, and now I struggle to get 2. And sometimes that's just me being lazy, where I just don't want to do it. But even playing Magic, like we're saying, I usually go on Kitchen Table Games. We play every Thursday. We used to, and even then, I've sort of pulled out a little bit, quite a lot. And I said for a good, I think it was about 8 weeks. I just said, look, just leave me out for a bit. I just couldn't be bothered. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here and turn around, and I've got at the time I've got 64 Commander decks behind me.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that.
Yeah, fully made. So I do enjoy the deck building part of it a lot as well.
Yeah.
Even if like there's got to be at least 15 decks there that haven't even been played yet, which is
Damn.
quite sad. It's quite sad,
Yeah.
isn't it? But then I don't have a local game store that's close enough for me to go and play.
That's the hard part.
I'm not lucky enough to have that. It's a good 40-minute drive there. 40 minute. Well, it's just no, isn't a lot. I've got to ask my, I don't drive, so I've got to ask my wife to get there. There's no public transport around here, so you couldn't get there any other way. So then ask her to go there, hang around for a couple of hours, then come back. It's just not really fair,
No,
And,
for sure.
And it's a friendly shop, but people have their groups.
Yeah.
Don't tend to change in Commander. It's not like when you play Standard, everyone just sorts around the tables.
Yeah.
They meet up as a friend. They meet up. I'm not saying that everyone, because I'm not saying they're not being uninviting or anything like that, but they go and play.
Yeah, you feel like you're just kind of intruding and all that, and
yeah, and you're probably not, but you do feel like that. You know.
Yeah, because it is a different feeling, because you're right. When I used to go to F&M, like for Standard, you're right. You'd get to meet new people like almost every week, and because you'd never play against the same person twice. Most of depending on how big the shop was and all that, right? But you get to meet new people, and that's how I met a lot of friends that way too. Was just playing them in Standard, and end of story.
Standard products I tend to not selling. I don't know what it's like over there, because more people in our shops around here will be playing Commander. So
I think that's what
aren't
it's like
able
here.
Yeah, they can't sell the Standard stuff because Commander players are more seasoned players and they know to buy singles.
Yeah.
They're not going to go and buy the odd, 2 or 3 booster boxes like we used to when I was in my previous, going back about 5-6 years. New set would come out. I'd go to my LGS. I'd probably order two draft boxes when we didn't have the set. 2 draft boxes, probably the Commander decks, 2 or 3 pre-release boxes, extra. I'd get so much standard product, which is why I've got thousands of blipping cards now because of all that I used to do. But I just don't do it now. I don't go and buy anything because I pulled out of Standard. Standards.
Standard's basically dead. Unless you're playing competitively, it's dead.
Yeah, and a 3-year, whatever it is, rotation period now is stupid.
It's 3-year now?
Is it two? It's got. Was it 2 years or 3 years? It's gone up. It's doubled, didn't it?
Oh, I don't know. So so part of the reason why I also wanted to get you on was like maybe try to help me catch up to date on some of the Magic sets, because when I play Arena, like, dude, I feel so lost. Like all my Brawl decks are like 2 years old probably now at this point.
Probably banned cards as well now.
Oh yeah, I've had to update some. But no, so damn, they increased the rotation of Standard, which you'd think would help, but no, you make a good point about the game. So I finally have a new game shop near me. I've only been a couple times, but they are the only Magic they play is just Commander. Which I don't really go there for Commander at all. I've only been there for D&D because they are a huge D&D shop. Like that's just what that game store is more for D&D and Warhammer too. They're really big into Warhammer, which our mutual friend Mark would probably love that.
Yeah, because he started his new channel without doing really well.
Yeah, I need to. I think I only ever watched his first video. I need to see some of his other stuff.
Yeah, he hit 1,000 subs last week, which is great.
Holy crap, good for him.
Yeah. Because
his editing skills were always badass. Like, he should have been bigger in Magic. Like, there was...
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose he Magic is a... What's the word? It's a niche, isn't it, anyway? And he went niche in niche.
Yeah.
With Cube.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did do Cube mainly.
Cube is still, quite big with people, but it is proper... I'd say more seasoned Magic players, because you ask a new player, they wouldn't even know what Cube is. They might know what Commander is, because there's so much about it, but Cube is never really spoken about too much, even though it's really, really fun, because I've got a Pauper Cube and you've got a Cube. It is fun to play cubes with friends and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And, it's a good way to learn, to be honest, as well. Building decks and, drafting stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, I can see why he got frustrated with it. It's because he's putting out really good content. It happens in any field. It's not just Magic.
Yeah.
Certain content is not so good, but it's a bit more edgy and F this, F that. People sweat. You know what I mean? It's different. And a lot of
I think I
people will
pleasantly
like
know what you're talking about.
I think you pleasantly do. And it just it's different, and that has a certain demographic that likes it, which is bigger than the demographic that would like clean cut cube content, which was just the Mark's content was top. But nothing against the other content, but each to their own, isn't it? And it's just not my type. I'd rather watch something like that and learn. That sounds bad. You can learn stuff with the other people as well, but it's just different, isn't it? And everyone's good to be different, but people like what they like.
So how has the creator landscape changed?
I don't know. Over in the UK, it's like a togetherness of the UK now, which seems better than it. Not better than it was before, because we were all pretty close before. There seems to be a lot more. To me, people are changing in the way that they expect a lot more about putting the work in.
Mm-hmm.
In all fields, not just you. I'm talking about in the whole of Magic. This new creator program and everything like that has made everyone sort of want to fight to get it, and that can pull people apart. And I've seen that it seems to pull people apart. Thinking,
wait, what new creator program?
So like in America, they have the ambassador program.
Okay, I've seen some people with the hashtag in their profile. What is that? Because they didn't have that when I was doing it.
So Wizards has started a program where they take creators and they will use the creators to promote Magic, basically.
Okay.
So they will get things ahead like products, preview
cards,
everything like that. And they will promote it.
So basically what like me and Pixie used to get, but it was they just didn't have a name for it.
Yeah, so now there's these ambassadors. There's a big uproar because obviously certain people didn't get it, and then there was certain.
I bet that inflates.
Didn't get it,
I bet that inflates some people's sense of self-worth. And
then some people you never heard of have it, and then everyone. When the time it dropped, it was just like a shit show.
Oh, I bet.
It really was.
I bet. Why did this person get it and not this one? Oh my god, this person makes such better content, and Wizards is racist because they didn't choose this person, and probably
and it just
bullshit.
Kicked off. I mean, they obviously tested, but another thing as well, they only brought it to the States, which is no one else can get it outside of US. Which takes me to a thing like on Arena. Arena, there's an event that you can enter and I can enter. I can't win the prize. Only people in the US can win the prize. It can take my coins and gems. I can do it, but I can't win. So the whole of the rest of the world, where apparently Magic doesn't happen, you can do it and enter in the US and win the prize.
You know what that is?
Because of. I mean, if they're saying, some of the prizes are products or whatever it was. If a company as big as that can't afford to do international shipping,
no, it's not that. You know what it is, though. It's Hasbro being lazy with their legal department. They don't want their legal department to figure out all the other kind of like prize-winning laws for every other country out there. That's why
being lazy as well is that they don't take it off the rest of the world's program, so you can still be fooled in thinking you don't read that little small print that they put. US.
That's pretty messed up.
And then I go and spend, I think it was about $30-40 of gems to enter each time. And I don't get any prizes. I mean, it's little things like that that just sort of split content creator community up, and it's just really, really annoying. And the ambassador program, they said they might go over here, but then one of our main UK rep was one that got laid off as well. Now we have no one.
Yeah.
So, preview cards from the next set I see went up. No one. I don't think there was one from outside of the US, other than the two national newspapers. I think. Don't quote me now. Someone put that. There was definitely no UK or anything like that. Not that the UK should get one. there's plenty of other countries in the world that should get some as well.
Yeah, but the fact that it's only US, because it used to be spread out, like they used to do, obviously a big chunk used to be US.
Yeah, there is a couple of English national newspapers that have gone, which is weird. Like the Sun newspaper got one, and the Mirror, and they're like the total shit rags. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Worst newspapers you could probably.
Aren't they like the Fox News of UK or something?
Oh, they're just scandal newspapers.
Yeah,
they're going to preview a Magic card. It's hilarious. But I don't know. People put too much props into getting preview cards. That's a fact.
So they still do it. They still do. I mean, okay, let's be honest. And I know I've said this before on the podcast. It's getting a preview card is awesome for a creator, but it does nothing for you for your content or anything.
Probably one of my lowest ever videos has been my preview cards that I've got. That's a fact. They're already spoiled everywhere else before you even do it.
Oh yeah.
People just aren't. They're not.
Really
interested in the common that I've got. That's it's like you say, lovely getting them.
It's a really cool nod from Wizards. I mean, let's be honest, it is, because I mean, so I still have one binder left, and that's with my binder full of slivers, and it's a binder. Another page has all the preview cards I've ever previewed. Starting from Dominaria up to, was it the last D&D Baldur's Gate set?
Yeah. So I did just look up as we were talking about Standard. Yeah, Standard rotates every 3 years now.
Holy shit. It used to be... I thought it used to be like every year it would rotate.
Every year, yeah. And now it's every 3 years. So
it's basically extended. They brought extended back.
Yeah. Bad thing for that is potentially a lot more bans.
Which is
you can't have a problem for 3 years.
Yeah.
No. Whereas before it would just rotate out. Can't do that now. They're saying they've done it to get, people worried that play Commander because they gave more longevity and stuff like that, so they want Standard with more longevity. But if it seems to be really weird that it coincides. Now they've scrapped set boosters and everything else. Now we had draft and set, and now the other they're going to be more expensive. So it's going to be a money increase.
Yeah.
For a start. And are you really going to play Standard when it doesn't rotate? I'm already seeing on Arena, it's just the same old decks. Now, sometimes this could backfire. On those sort of platforms, you're going to have those decks now for 3 years. So it doesn't matter if you take one card out of mono red. Mono red's always good, but what I'm saying is if you take one card out, you're still going to be playing against that deck for 3 years. There's no mono blue. You're playing against it for 3 years in Standard, where before you'd have a deck you hate, a year or so it'd be gone. There'd be
sometimes not even a year. It'd be like 6 months or something.
And there'd be so much taken out of the deck. You wouldn't just lose card. That would lose maybe 10 cards, 12 cards because it's rotated out. Now, not going to be banning 12, 14 cards in a deck. It's just not going to happen.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? So, it's up to 12 expansions now. There'll be 12 different sets in Standard.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
How do you keep up with it, mate? How do you keep your Standard paper deck relevant when you've got to buy into 12 sets? Keep relevant. It's just impossible. Can't keep up with it.
Dude. So in terms of like actual Magic sets, since I've been back dabbling in Magic Arena, I do need to get my EDH decks all sorted out. I need to get some new sleeves. Holy crap, I need new sleeves. But so I've tried to keep up with, what was it? They had the Brothers War. Yeah. Was it Dominaria United? I think it was, and then
Phyrexia all we won.
Yeah.
We've had a few sets, haven't we, since March of the Machines.
Yeah, like there's so many cards out there now. I just don't know what they do.
There's the mechanics that are changing. Everything is like a mix of colors. like white counter spells. There's a
What?
white rim. There's a white remand spell. Like remand.
Yeah,
Blue.
I
There's a
remember
white
Ramon.
one called retrieve, which is return target spell, draw a card. White for 2
Okay.
mana. It's like
Okay. Well,
everything's crossed over. Like the colours just don't. Even in your short time away, it's just gone crazy, mate.
I mean, because I sort of, when I stopped doing Magic content, I sort of kept up somewhat, like a little bit, like just any of the major news that was going on. And I know, yeah, I know there was a whole big hubbub about the story of Magic, like the whole everyone not being a planeswalker anymore or something like that.
Yeah, they went through a stage. See, I don't. Lore of Magic is not really what I'm into too much. But like you say, I pick up little bits here and there, and yeah, they were killing off all the planeswalkers.
Which sounded
And
really dumb.
yeah, I mean, for me, the first pack I ever opened had a planeswalker in, and it was a Jace Architect of Thought, and that's what got me into blue, got me into Magic, and I made planeswalker decks for ages. Planeswalkers were always what my decks were built around, and yeah, to think that all that could stop me was like, oh, no, don't take planeswalkers out of Magic. I just that'd be the worst ever if they did that to me.
I mean, in one hand, I wouldn't mind them getting rid of planeswalkers altogether. Only because I feel like War of the Spark kind of saturated the hell out of planeswalkers.
Yeah, as soon as they started printing them at uncommon,
Yeah,
that's when when they should. That was the problem. And when you had powerful planeswalkers like Narset, 3 mana, 1 double blue, uncommon, got played in old formats. It's just such a good card. And then they just started, making really powerful ones like 3 mana Teferi,
yeah,
3
that
mana
were rare.
Oko.
Yeah, because they made them rare too, not just because they used to be just mythic.
Yeah. You think of the ones like Oko, they had to ban.
Yeah.
Liliana the Veil was put in standard as well.
Oh, that's right. She came back.
Yeah, which is I was like that, but then it's not as powerful as I thought it was going to be in standard. So it did fit quite well. I thought it was going to be broken, but now they've added timeless on Arena. Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, I've seen that for I don't even have a timeless deck. I haven't tried it. Is it fun at least? Or
I tried it yesterday for the first time. So we were chatting in Discord about it a bit.
yeah,
and I made a few decks. And yesterday, I 3 times played a turn 1 Liliana the Veil.
oh
3
shit,
times.
nice.
Turn 1 Liliana the Veil. Turn 1 Dark Ritual. Liliana the Veil straight down. You start discarding. Ultimated it like twice.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh mate, I was like,
oh, I love it.
But what they've done, I tweeted about this yesterday. It's just disgraceful. Paper cards, they're upscaling in rarity on Arena.
Yeah,
Lightning Bolt, rare. Dark Ritual, rare. It's just an absolute con. Sword of Plowshares, rare. Path, rare. Everything's rare. It just wipes you out, mate. It really does. And Timeless, I've even in my brief go yesterday, and I've been playing Arena since the start, and my collection is big. Can't play.
not unless you start putting in a lot of money.
Rares. Fetch lands are on there now. Luckily they kept.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Play a deck. It needed 16 fetch lands, so that's 16 rares just on that land. It's nothing to do with the deck.
Damn.
I had to spend 16 rares on it, and I'm like,
damn.
I know. And I was like, every deck I craft, I managed to craft 3 out of the 6 that I got from the meta, and I crafted 3, and that was because they mixed up a few of the cards. I managed to, it needed Mishra's Bauble on 3 of the decks, so I managed to get that. But then it's like, start opening packs of the sets that you need, and of course you're not going to get them.
Of course not. Yeah.
Even with me, I had 61 rares available to spend, but I had 13 mythics because you just don't get the mythics on there. And that's from someone that plays every single day, does every single daily. That's me. I do it all. I still can't build up those mythics because I'm not piling money into it just to get the mythics. You know, that's the only way to do it. And timeless, crazy format, crazy. I had someone yesterday took 7 turns on the trot against me.
Oh, like just extra
7
turns and all that?
extra turns.
Oh
7
my God.
times on the trot.
Okay,
and I knew I'd lost.
I kind of love that. I kind of love that.
I know you'd love that extra turns, mate. I played like all of them. Do you know what I mean? There's that red blue one. And it was like bang, followed into another one. And they had the Gideon emblem where if you've got Gideon, you can't lose the game. And I was like, what on earth can I do? I can't do anything.
This is kind of reminding me of like Legacy in a sense.
It is Legacy. That's what they do say. It's like light Legacy. But I was dropping a Deathrite Shaman on Arena yesterday. I was loving it. It's like Deathrite Shaman turn 1. Come on. It's like,
okay, you're making me want to try it out now.
I can see the attraction in it to players that have been playing a long time.
Yeah,
because you're playing with cards that just are brilliant. I mean, it's just absolutely hilarious. But yeah, you need the Wonga new players. You need the money, and you just can't catch up on collections. That's the problem.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Oh man. Well, shit. And then, of course, I was streaming the other night.
Yeah, I saw it come up, but I didn't see it till I woke up the next morning, obviously, because we're different times. Obviously.
Yeah,
I was like, I saw it streaming. It's come up on my thing. I was like, what?
Yeah, and then I went on a big tirade about Lord of the Rings because I saw the whole Lord of the Rings set, and I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
It's just... I mean, one, the art direction they took is god-awful. And 2, it's so many of the cards. I don't know. It just... Okay. There's
a lot of broken cards in that set.
Yeah.
Very good card. I won't say broken, but very powerful cards.
So when they first announced Universes Beyond, like what was some of the first ones? Like the Walking Dead, the whole like little Godzilla crossover thing with Ikoria. I was okay with it, you know? Like, it didn't seem that bad, but now it seems like they're completely overdoing it.
It's just oversaturating it now.
Like, I saw there's a Fortnite one now. There's Lord of the Rings, Warhammer. There's Fallout. Oh, yeah, Doctor Who. It's like, okay, now this is getting into, like, the Fortnite-ification of the game, and I absolutely hate it now.
Don't see how they think it will bring other players into the game that like those other games. Because if you've still got to play the game of Magic, it might attract some from a collection point of view.
Yeah, because my daughter, my oldest daughter, is a huge Doctor Who fan, and she was wanting the decks. But and she knows how to play basic Magic and all that stuff. But but she would just buy it and then just never touch it, you know?
Yeah. Some people will just get for the collection. I get that as well.
Yeah.
But I think some will attract some, but some will appeal to some won't appeal. Like, going to do Marvel, and that will sucker me right in because I love Marvel. I mean, I'm sitting here with 3 Thanos next to me.
Nice.
I love Thanos.
And if they do a Batman one, because I see your Batman shell.
Yeah, mate, I love it. Batman, Joker, I'll be sucked into it. But then what's good about those sort of things is that you can skip stuff. So I skipped Fortnite. I skipped Doctor Who, even though I picked up some singles for Commanders because there's some really good stuff. Thursday, I played against one of the Doctor Who decks, and they are not beginner friendly. They are so good. I mean, this is a person who's been playing Magic for quite a long time, and we were sitting there going, "What on earth is this deck doing?" It was so complicated. It was like trigger after trigger after flipping trigger. And we were like sitting there going on spell tape. We were like, please, someone just kill him first. He was like, please kill me. Because the game was 2.5 hours long nearly. Dude, time, we're waiting for them with the deck.
I know that feeling, like when your deck is too good or too complicated. You're just like, I've know that feeling. Like sometimes I'm just like, all right, I quit. I give up. I don't care if I was going to win the game or not. Like, I'm done. Because it's so much brain power, right?
Yeah. It just like, it hurts you. It does. I mean,
dude, that's how it felt playing Grand Arbiter sometimes. I'm just like, oh God.
It's like, shoot me now. I played one of the precons. I got the new Merfolk precon for Christmas.
Okay.
I played that, and that was I took down the match, the four of us, and I hadn't played Commander for maybe a good couple of months. That was my first game back. Even then, I was getting confused because I hadn't played that type of paper magic. I'm used to Arena sort of telling me what to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got Hardened Scales out, which is plussing counters
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, and you gotta have to remember
with
math.
Civic Ascendancy out.
Oof, yeah.
Got that out. So
that's a lot of math.
Then I'm proliferating.
Oh, God.
I missed the win 3 turns on the trot. I already had the win, but I just forgot to do at the end of turn to do something. And in the end, I took the win with Simic Ascendancy, getting more than 20 counters on.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, yeah, but I missed it 3 times. And they were like, you could have won then. You could have won then. I was like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Miscounters. I was miscounting stuff. I was like, kept forgetting to put the extra counter on. Oh, magic is hard. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard.
It can be. You know, you strike on something that it's another kind of complaint that I've been hearing about Magic, that it's getting too complicated recently. Yeah, like a lot of cards are getting too wordy. Is that true?
That is a thing. And there's, well, don't know. There's a lot of different mechanics, which obviously you've got to keep up with. Some are similar to others. Like the new Discover mechanic is really good. It's a bit like Cascade, but just not quite as powerful, but still very good. Depends how you're learning. If you're learning straight from paper, I can imagine it being quite hard. If you're learning through Arena, those sort of things, it does make it a bit easier because it will always come up and tell you stuff. Yeah, like you say, you gone are the days where you've just got this and it just says like a 1/1 counter on and stuff like that. Now you've got Discover 5. Look at the top 5 of your cards. If one of them is 5 or less, put it in there. Then go into the graveyard. Then to exile, and then do. You're like, Jesus Christ. You've got to read so much of what's going on.
Like I've even heard there's not a whole lot of vanilla creatures anymore too. Like
not really.
Like there's really just not a lot of, and for people listening who don't know what we mean, like vanilla creatures just meaning like a common creature that has no text. It's just, you cast it and it's a simple 3/3 with 0 abilities, and that's it.
Yeah, I was trying to find. You can see that a bit like that.
Yeah,
it's just a 2/2 with some writing on.
yeah, like, exactly like that.
The writing is a story. The writing is
just a flavor text.
Yeah, this is It's very rare, but it was funny because I think they did bring out. It might have been in the Lord of the Rings set. They brought out an anthem. It was an enchantment that says +2/2 for creatures with no abilities whatsoever or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
It was an actual card. Did it? But I was thinking, no cards like that anymore. So it's just like a useless enchantment. So, but yeah, maybe they just took the mickey out themselves and did that for a card.
Maybe. Well, so no, what that would do is like people will be justified in their vanilla only EDH decks now.
Yeah, imagine that, a vanilla commander deck. That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? What does your deck do? Nothing. It does absolutely nothing. It just plays a creature and you can read the flavor text. That is
I built when I was playing Magic Online, I built what is it, Essica? The 5-color enchantment that would pull out a planeswalker or creature.
Yeah.
I played
bridge thing.
Yeah, I played a vanilla creature deck like that. Just for fun, because people would always target me until they start seeing the creatures coming out, and it's like, oh, it's just a big dumb 6/6 that does nothing. There's no trample. There's no death touch. None of it. And so that I could see.
Creature, the one they made fun of. It's actually a good commander now. It was a big something like 9/7 gargle. Had a funny name. It was maybe a black or black green creature. It literally did nothing other than it was a 9/7.
Are you talking about? Is it the Yargle one?
Yargle, that's it. Yargle.
Oh, he's a commander now.
Yeah, because you know why? Because they can cheat it into play or get it in there very quickly, and all of a sudden they put all these enchantments on it, and it's a one-shot win.
Oh shit! So it's a Voltron commander.
Yeah, you think, oh, this is nice, but it's a big 9/7 with nothing. Yeah, it'd be no good. And all of a sudden, it's got trample, indestructible, haste, flipping on it. It just whacks you out of nowhere. And a one-shot
wow!
Wins. Yeah, it's
wow,
quite fun,
that's
actually.
great.
Yeah. Argle, that was it.
Yeah, because that was that swamp creature in the first Dominaria. Sorry, it was a nine
Yeah,
three, I think it was.
9/3. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Funny creature that was. Yeah, it's a good commander that one.
Well, they made a secret layer of him too, didn't they? Of like him just
Yeah,
appearing in different art or whatever.
I think it became a bit of a meme, didn't it, Yargle? And yeah, people have built decks around it and
Yeah.
found a way to make it strong.
Yeah.
Funny.
So, I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about the direction Magic is going right now? Like, do you feel hopeful that it's getting better, worse? Like, because I know there was a big hubbub about too much product going on. Magic
Yeah,
30th pissed off a lot of people.
I think they keep making a lot of mistakes, if I'm being honest.
Like what?
And I just think they are pummeling people with too much product. You can't enjoy a set. That is the one problem, main problem I'm seeing is that now with people are surely having to miss sets out. You have to. You can't unless you've got an unlimited fund. Obviously, some of the creators are lucky. You can look at it a different way, but it has stopped me from buying a lot of stuff where usually I might get some stuff from WotC, but then I'd buy extra as well.
Yeah, because I remember, like, for you, I remember specifically you used to get at least, like, a box, maybe a fat pack, and...
Yeah.
And,
I mean, it slows down.
a few packs, and...
Yeah, it's definitely slowed down a bit for me, but I just think there is too much. Our advertising, I mean... So, like, I got a product, I can't remember which set it was. Before it arrived to me, they were already advertising Wizards the next set. It hadn't even been released. They were already talking about a new set. But then because they're on to saying, like, talking about the new set, when I put my stuff up, it won't be retweeted by them or anything like that because they've moved on.
Mm-hmm.
We've already, we've done that, on to the next set. Stuff like that. If it's not like standard set coming out, it'll then be a remastered set coming out.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing more of those because Ravnica Remastered just came out.
Be Universe Beyond, and then it'd be the Commander decks. And then it's 3 or 4 different types of packs. And it's like 12 arts on one card. Stupid stuff like that. You just can't literally keep up, and that's why I think they're either flooding the market because they want to get as much money in as they can, which could keep them alive for a bit, or it's just going to go the worst way where people, certain sets are just going to get missed and they're going to be left in stock everywhere. And gradually, it will die out because can't see how it keeps going like this. I just don't see how the players can keep spending that money. And
well, I mean, there's that whole big thing I remember hearing. Was it Mark Rosewater saying, just buy the sets you enjoy or pay attention to the ones, like you don't have to have all the product. But I mean, from someone who, is starting to get into like making their own game studio and all that stuff, to tell my audience to say, hey, don't pay attention to all my product. Just pay attention to stuff you like. That's like horrible business.
See, if he'd
marketing.
been truthful what he said, he would have changed that to choose the ones you can afford, because that's what it is.
Well, they don't want to talk about that.
I might like exactly. That's what I mean. That's what, but people know that's what they mean. That's where the arguments are coming because they know that's what they mean. Wales, you can afford this, but you can't afford this, so that product isn't for you just because you can't afford it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's not right. I mean, just say get the products you like. Well, yeah, I like the new Ravnica Remastered set because I started in Ravnica. Then why have you put the prices up for that one? Because they have. It's a different price to the previous ones. Why have you put that up? You know what I mean? And for me, I'd want to buy in that. But I looked at a draft booster box yesterday and it was £220. A draft box.
You could probably buy a draft box of Return to Ravnica much cheaper.
In 220 is probably about $280.
Yeah, that's
why am I going to spend that? And
on cards you already have.
Exactly, just because I want different arts.
Yeah.
Because it's nostalgic. It's a set that I first started in. Turn to Ravnica was my set. I got my Jace. Everything from that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I can't warrant spending a couple of £100 on it.
Yeah, it's
Get
ridiculous.
A bunch of reprints. With art that could be made by them or it could be AI. Who knows?
Oh my god, that. Oh, yes. I saw that whole debacle and oh my god, it's so funny. It's not AI art. Don't worry about it. No, it's not.
We're doubling down. It is not AI art. We told you once.
It's like, okay, guys. Sorry. It kind of was.
Out.
Yeah, you got us.
Sorry. Well, you're gonna have to use it now because half the artists are pulled out. So what are you gonna do?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I would not be surprised if more and more card art, because that was just promotional advertising. I would not be surprised if they start having more card art being AI, like at this point. It would not surprise me that WotC would do that.
From a cost point of view, and having that kind of control over it, it makes sense from a business point of view.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't mean that people like it.
Like so for an example, the book we have coming out. We have our first D&D book coming out hopefully in the next 2 months.
Nice.
And so one of the things that we did in the beginning, before we started getting artists, was we started using AI art for concept art, to conceptualize the way things might look and visualize. Because, we have 5 people on our team. None of us are artists. And we have everything else on our team except artists. And so we use that as just to try to visualize what someone may look like or what a place may look like. But we're in the process now of, we have our cover art being commissioned. We have, all real art in the book, and we're looking at probably getting someone else commissioned for some other small art pieces. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing that. From the concepts of when you sent me the bits and pieces from the other one as well.
Yeah.
It looked cool.
Yeah, no, man, I'm super excited about it. I've already begun work on the second book, and
I hope you do really well. I hope it takes off for you, mate. I really, really do.
I mean,
it's not a game that I play, but I just really hope that I know a lot of people that do. In my groups and love that sort of stuff.
I mean, if we make our money back, like if we break even, I'd be happy.
It's good. But that's good to start in your first years. They always say, like, you normally run at a loss, and then you start, But if you can break even on the first year, mate, that'd be blinding, dude.
So, as of this recording, we're doing that network engineer simulator game.
Yeah, I've been watching that on your Facebook and stuff. Yeah.
Holy shit, that thing's just sort of it's getting a lot of great feedback. So, on the Steam store, you can see how many people have wishlisted it and all that. So
people love those retro type games, mate, as well. They love those type of games.
Well, yeah, people love simulator games, first of all.
Yeah.
And so I'm not programming this game at all. I'm just really the consultant, and I'm helping with the level design, since that's basically my career that I've done. So it's just like I'm recreating stuff back from, my actual experience that I've had. But one of the things the first day, when we first posted it, we had about 6 people wishlist it. Okay. Second day, it went up to 250. So I'm like, okay, cool. Dude, I check it this morning, right before I get on the call with you. It's up over 2,500.
Oh,
I'm like, holy shit.
Come on.
And
yes.
So you can see the stats of people who are wishlisting it, like where they're from and all that. And the number one country, which I thought was going to be the United States, is actually turning out to be Japan right now.
Really?
Yeah.
It does surprise me, and it doesn't surprise me, because I take in a lot of, I don't know, I love Japanese content, so I watch Japanese YouTubers and stuff like that. And there are gaming channels that I look at playing games like that, simulator games. They just love it. They sit there normally on like the Switch or something like that, and just chill out and play them. So I could see that, but you wouldn't think with the size of the US, you think obviously that would be, but obviously
Yeah.
Japan's big as well. But
Because the first
yeah,
two
but that's
days
amazing.
the first 2 days it was all US. Like there was some Europe and all that stuff, and actually the second biggest country that we were getting traffic from was Russia, and we're like, oh shit, did we fuck up here? Oh
Something in there that they might be able to use. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like,
right, like
oh,
uh oh,
inside intel into America's
right.
nations.
And then this morning I see it's all Japan. I'm like, oh fuck. So as of this recording, we're at 2,500 because when this releases next Friday, who the hell knows what it's gonna be at?
That's amazing, mate.
Dude,
That's amazing.
it's awesome. Like we're so excited about it. And it's a lot of people are really psyched about it because they think it could be a good training tool as well too.
Yeah.
Because we're not just doing the cabling is going to be like one of the main things that we do in the game. You know, like you're going to see a really ugly rack full of, a spaghetti mess of cables, and you got to rewire it to make it all look nice, right? That's the main core, but we're also adding in other features where people can actually learn how to code network switches and routers. So if
you got it copyrighted and patented and everything like that before someone takes it as a training tool.
Well, I mean, it already is, since we've already, released it in America. Like we have like a poor man's copyright or trademark right now, but we're working through the rest of the trademark process. It takes a while to get all that stuff done.
I bet it does. Yeah.
But yeah, so one of the things that, like I said, we're going to work on adding in, like a pseudo way of configuring network switches and routers, so you can sort of emulate what it would be like to actually set up a network. And we've got ways of doing that.
Love it, mate. Computer nerds, everything like that. They're just gonna love it all, mate. I tell you.
Yeah. We're trying to appeal to the people who, want to play it as a game, who just want to, I just want to make things look pretty and, rewire cables, and there's going to be little puzzles you have to figure out too. And then we want to appeal to the people who it'll be the cabling plus, okay, now you're going to have to actually configure it as a real network and all that. So, yeah, it's, hey, the pie in the sky dream is, I've got a lot of contacts in some big tech companies because of just people I've worked with over the years. And it's if I, start showing them, like, when we get a playable demo, like, hey, do you guys want to invest a couple million into this or something?
Yeah. Be the next big indie game, mate. Indie game company, that's what you could be.
And just be like, yeah, I can quit my day job and, and while, like, the guys who are the really good programmers and all that, they can do all that, then I can just go write my books and all that.
Yeah. That's the plan for life now. That's
Dude,
what you got to do.
Hey, definitely. All I can say is we were not expecting this kind of, feedback and this kind of, because it's been nothing but good feedback so far. Yeah. Of course, there's been a few people that are like, this is not realistic. This is not what we do. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
At the end of the day, it's a game.
Yeah.
It's in a game store. It's a game. Simulator game. But like things can be tweaked, things can be, first time, this is the first thing. But yeah, no, that'd be wicked, mate. God.
Dude, it's exciting. Like,
I can't believe I'll be getting your games off Steam. I'll be saying, oh that's Zuby's game.
Well, hey, if you want, I'll add you to the private demo. That we have. Because so right now we're focusing on trying to get it demo ready. And so we're hoping, because we all have day jobs. So we're hoping in the next month or two, we're going to have it somewhat of a demo ready. And then, I can shoot you the demo link to it.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. I'll give it a go,
definitely. And if you want to stream it or something, or,
yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be sweet. Yeah. Cause I've got a whole bunch of people that we're going to it's going to be a closed demo first, because we want people to get out there and just try to break it,
Yeah, and get feedback and everything before it goes.
Feedback, any bugs,
Yeah.
and then once we go fix those, then we'll release a public demo and hopefully get even more feedback on.
Super exciting, mate. Super exciting.
I know, it's like kind of fucking surreal. It's like as I'm seeing my book finally come to life, and then so this game, the origin story of this game, Network Engineer Simulator. So we have a private Discord with just me and my friends, and I just said in Discord one day, like, do you think it would be a fun game idea to just rewire network closets and all that stuff? And I'm just like, I just said like a throwaway line, and then my friend Lynx, the main programmer behind the game, he just took off with it. And he's like, and then the next day he shows me like an extremely rough prototype. Like, do you mean something like this? I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And then he just kept going with it, like making it more and more. And I'm like, oh my God, this is becoming a thing. Like, I just said it as a joke, and you're taking off with it. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
Dude, man. Yeah, it's exciting. It's, like I said, I'm bringing back the podcast.
A lot going on, a lot going on this year.
Yeah, man. It's I am not legally divorced, but we're going through a divorce process right now, and I am 100 times happier. Obviously, I'm not going to spill all the beans here on the recording. I can tell you more after the recording, but
I was completely shocked when you told me. I never. You to tell you.
Oh, I'm 1,000 times happier. Trust me.
Yeah. I'm happy that's the main important thing.
Yeah, and I've got both kids with me. My oldest, she's 20 now, and she's working, and she hasn't moved out yet or anything. But but I hardly ever see her now because she's working or being out with friends, and what most 20-year-olds do.
Yeah.
Then the youngest is 14 now, and
14, God. And you're still in the same house and that.
Yep. Yeah. So hoping to.
It looks a different view from what.
I've rearranged the office since then. It's
nice,
I've rearranged a lot of the house since then, and it's I'll just say it's a lot cleaner than it used to be. That's all I'm gonna say. It's no longer a complete crazy. Okay. No, we're not gonna talk bad. It's not like she's ever gonna listen to this, so whatever. So, but yeah, man, it's
if we get a downtick now, we know why.
right.
She's listened.
Like, my God, that asshole. No, it's. I mean, to be honest, things are as amicable as they can be. It's. And hoping that this divorce process ends in the next month or two. Dude, it just takes forever. Everything. It's a hurry up and wait game. More than anything.
Imagine like all the things you got to sort out. Like if you say you're keeping the house, you're not having to sell the house or anything like that between you and.
Yeah. Well. The plan is to sell the house probably in like 4 to 5 years, and then split the profits and all that. And, But I mean, shit. Whatever we sell the house for, there's going to be a lot of good profits because, freaking with the way the economy's blown up and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, you still got one young and at 14. It would be nice for her to uproot and change, and probably at the same schools and everything. And
yeah, I don't want to do that. No, so what I mean, like, we have everything all settled on and agreed upon, and all that stuff. It's just a hurry up and wait game with the lawyer, the courts, and it's everyone takes their sweet time and just wants more money and stuff.
Yeah, of course, you had the Christmas period and everything like that all going through there. Takes a lot of time, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, otherwise, like I said, I'm much happier now. It's Only thing I need to change is, you know, hoping this game studio takes off, man.
Yeah,
Friggin'
I think you got a good chance for it to do it, mate. That's the thing. Put a lot of time into it, haven't you? So
oh
it'll
yeah,
be good.
yeah, like pretty much all of last year was
Yeah,
like a foundational period for the company.
yeah. Yeah. It's just balancing the priorities of your podcast and everything like that, and stuff when you got the time, obviously with your job as well.
Yeah.
It's about time management, isn't it? Making sure you can put enough effort into the D&D stuff and get that going proper. And
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sort of changing the podcast. Like, I'm still going to do Magic the Gathering stuff, but we're going to do, like, a Magic and more type thing, where it'll be not just about Magic, because if you've seen, we do Walrus Water Cooler podcast, where it's just sort of like company updates. I'll probably do other podcasts about D&D stuff.
Yeah, you could just make it a mixture. You could just have a day that's Magic, couldn't you? Like, it depends how much you'd want to do a week or month.
Yeah, like, it's right now. I think bi-weekly is a good cadence right now. Because doing the weekly thing again, dude, the weekly. Oh god.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding with my content creators, is that I start to feel bad I've not put anything out.
Yeah.
Then I pressure myself to put stuff out. Then I think it's not enough. I put 2 videos out and I'm thinking, Jesus, that's just not enough. But then some people don't even put 1 a week out, mate. I'm like, why am I putting that pressure on myself to do 2, 3, 4 videos a week, 2, 3, 4 streams a week? Because I end up doing none. Because it just gets on top of you and you're like, like I say, your time management is one of the most important things, where you just don't set your targets, but you just don't make things unreachable, But like for me, I'm better off putting one or 2 good videos out a week than four semi good ones or 4 half good ones.
Yeah, I mean that's better overall.
Then if they get hit by YouTube, they do well. Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and it's just luck. Streaming is something I wish I could do more of, but every time I go to I don't know, I just sit there and like. Arena. It is arena. That is one of the problems.
It is. It really is, because
I don't like playing it for a long time.
you try to go in with this happy attitude, like, hey, I'm streaming, cool, and then you start like within 10 minutes you feel, oh god,
raging. Like, I do my dailies with one of my patrons every day because I don't want to play strangers. Because I can't be asked to get through that. We literally go on there. Right, what you got? 20 red spells, 20 grit. So we just keep playing. We don't play a match. We'll then do until we hit 20 spells of each. And then we go, cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Done the dailies and that's it.
God, I need
every day normally.
I need to do that with you.
Yeah, mate. Just do it, mate. Because you want to build up your coins. You need to do it. But you don't have an hour. Get those 20, 30 spells sometimes, because sometimes you play someone, you quit straight away, or for various things happen in the game that just doesn't happen, and you're sat there playing for a blimmin' hour. Whereas this, less than 10 minutes, you're done. I've got a deck for lands, I've got a deck for playing lands only, doing this, which would do no good against a normal player. I can do it against them. I can bosh it out 5-10 minutes. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. We both got ours done. Now you can get on with your day. And it sounds bad, but so many people do it on there. I swear they do. They're like, gosh, just get the dailies done because you need the coins. Come on, quickly.
Yeah, man. Oh, snap. So how do you feel like you're doing in your content lately? Do you feel... Well, I know you mentioned you may feel like you're getting near your end, but not yet, or...
It does feel it. It'd be interesting to be when we move at the end of this year.
Okay.
If we get to move it, it'd be interesting when we move again. If I carry it on, I mean, I enjoy it, then I don't enjoy it. There's so much of the content creating. There is a lot that I don't like. I don't like the way Magic is done, the way sometimes Magic is promoted, who promotes it. Stuff like that. Stuff that shouldn't affect me. Because if I just get on and do my own thing, does it matter what anyone else does or how they do or what they're given
Yeah.
or how the game goes? If I just do what I do, it shouldn't affect. But it does. It does take its toll. It just gets to a point where fed up of it taking a toll, fed up of listening to the same crap, like go in like a certain Discord creators and just read the shit, and I'm like, oh my god, do you know what I mean? They all just, I just hate kiss asses, mate. I just can't be doing with it, and I think that's the thing with age now. You know, I'm 47 next month.
You are not. You are not.
Yeah, mate. 47.
You look like you're 29.
A whippersnapper.
You are not going to be 47.
Yeah, mate. That's just really.
I've got more gray hair than you, and I'm going to be 38 this year.
Mate, I'm 47. February the 15th. That'd be me.
No, you're not.
I'm getting to an age where I'll be the oldest. I'm not the oldest because I know there's a few other Magic creators that are a bit older than me, but not many. I like doing my own thing a lot of the time now. Me and Emma, we've got a book company, our own book company. So she's got a partner who now lives in Scotland, and we do quotation books.
Is that your wife doing that, or?
Yeah, so we do this together. So books like this.
Oh, this cool.
Book, this is Just to Calm Declutter Dollies. She's on TV over here, and she's got her own
That's
TV
awesome.
program.
What? A TV program?
Yeah. So
what?
She collaborated with us and did this book with us. We've got loads of different book titles. So Emma, my wife, she designs all the books herself.
What?
And then, we get them printed all over the world and stuff like that.
No.
Obviously, UK. Yeah.
So like
I'm doing.
Are they here in the US too?
So I don't know if so. We're currently doing a deal with someone in the US. I can't remember the name, but they do like the same kind of decluttering stuff. So it's like decluttering your house and stuff like that.
Okay.
We send books all over the world, mate.
Dude, you're gonna have to tell me, like, so I can go, like, if I can find it in a store somewhere, I'll friggin' buy it and promote it.
People do like thousands of orders, stuff like that.
So I know. So I know I'm speaking on behalf of Walrus Game Studio here, but if you ever want to do like we can't really cross promote our game to your company, to you and your wife's company, but if you ever wanted to maybe have a few books of hers show up in our network simulator game, like, because when you go inside a data center, at least in the demo level, we have a bookshelf where we have like some fake networking book names in there. And we're going to be throwing our D&D book in there too, just like taking the picture, then wrapping it up and making it look like a book. Dude, we could do the same for you and your wife's book. Just throw give us some of the artwork of the title of the book covers, and we'll wrap it up, throw it in there if you want.
I'll talk to her about that. So that's taking off like last year.
Dude, that's awesome.
A lot of my time, because we do the partner in Scotland does a lot of the book orders, but now I've sort of taken over doing some of the distributing some of the UK orders. So a lot of my time is spent in that as well now.
Awesome, man.
Pushes the content. That's why I'm doing 1 or 2 videos a week. But I do want to keep up the Magic content as well. Recently got a sponsor, which is Card Market.
Okay.
I've had them for about 7-8 months now. They're like the largest marketplace for cards in the world.
Oh, nice.
They're a bit like TCG and stuff like that. You buy off different people on their site and stuff like that. So things are going well for it. I know I could do more on it and push it and grow it quicker, but getting to the point now where, what is it now? 10 years this year, I think, since I've been doing it. I think it was 2014 I started. I'm pretty sure
I started in 2016 with the podcast.
Yeah, I think I was 2014, but it didn't really properly start till around same as you, 2016, when I started doing it, properly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But dude, so that brings up a question of, going back to you and your wife's little book company here, like, so is it that's taking? You said that's taking up more of your time, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just because I mean, we could pass on what I do to someone else, but I like doing it as well. Do you know what I mean? We sort of sit together, work.
Well, and it saves you guys money too. You're not having to hire
exactly.
someone.
Pack all the orders every day. So it depends how many books we sell each day. Sell 20.
Damn,
sell
each
100.
day. Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh mate, I'm doing it 7 days a week.
Wow.
Be cooler. 1 second, mate. 1 second.
Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. That.
Trying to get the name of the American company because I think you'd probably recognise it.
Yeah, maybe. Dude, that's so awesome, though.
Yeah, we'll be talking like getting the books into Walmarts and places like that.
Oh my god, dude, you would. Holy shit! Yeah, you're gonna be like, you're gonna get to a point where you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna do Magic anymore. It's this book company. We're making millions doing this, and
yeah. So the lady we did on TV, she does a show with someone called Stacey Solomon, who's quite big over here.
Okay, cool.
She now wants to do a second book with us this year. So
what?
She's good, yeah.
Dude.
Every time this woman puts up like an Instagram where she's using our book and puts a link, get like 20, 30 orders every time. It's like constant, daily.
So if I visit you next year, are you going to be in some like sort of mansion by the beach or something?
Have a beach house, own beach. Nah, doubtful.
Be like, yeah, I'm here to see Matt, aka TotalMTG, and then you're gonna be like, who are you? Oh, it's Zuby. It's like, sorry, he doesn't recognize you anymore. Too much of a peasant.
The butler.
Yeah, the butler.
Alfred. Go on, Alfred.
Dude, congrats on that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going really well. She's done really well on that. She's very clever. And then in between doing that, she does a full-time job in that as well. So.
Holy crap. Yeah. Dude, you got to be proud of her, man. That's
yeah, she's brilliant, yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So good things coming out this year. It might be obviously both sides, but you just I'm hobby-wise, this is now. It's not like, oh my god, I need to chase down someone pleasantly, to try and. It just can't. It's what it is now. The numbers go up, but it's slow and it's oversaturated Magic content in YouTube
even more so.
Stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
for arena stuff, there's every person's doing it. So
I feel like that's been something you and I have been talking about for years. Ever since we both started, it felt like every year, like, oh, there's more creators, and then arena came around, it exploded with more creators, and then Spell Table exploded with more, and then everybody's just doing their own commander shows now, and it's like
there's so many, mate, in there. Can think of the times when we used to play Commander, like you used to have yours, I had one every stream, and you'd literally go on there now and there'd be as many Commander streams now as arena streams now, which is nothing bad in that, but
it's oversaturation.
Because I can't stream 5-6 days a week and I can't do it for 5-6 hours a week. I'm never really going to grow streaming. And as much as I like sitting there with a good group of things, it's a time thing. You have to do your time. Like, do I spend the afternoon doing all the books, wrapping that and doing them, getting orders ready?
Because that's actually getting you money.
Yeah. Or do I sit with 10 to 20 people
who you streaming? May get like a pittance compared to...
Yeah, and I love chatting to them because they all, every day they're saying, "Are you streaming today?" And they still do every. I go, and then and comes up and I can't. I did say to them this year I will try and at least get 1 or 2 streams in a week.
Well, dude, we're getting to. I mean, especially with us getting older, and especially with you. And I don't mean this as a slight, but we have to start thinking about our financial lives too. Because it's. And especially our time, like, how are we going to use our time? Because it's going to get to a point where we can't work anymore. We got to...
You got to do things that really enjoy it as well. I'm not saying
Yeah.
don't enjoy it, but you've got to,
That too, yeah.
you're not getting any younger, like I say. My cousin was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now. Died at the age of 50.
Oh, died?
It's like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
He
sorry
lives
to
in
hear that,
Canada.
man.
He did. Yeah, he lived in Canada. Just woke up. Wife woke up. He was dead. 50 years
Holy
old.
crap.
And I'm thinking that's 3 years away from me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Hopefully I
yeah.
last longer than 50,
Knock on wood and all
but
that. Yeah.
but you never know.
I
You
know.
never know what's coming. So you have to sort of think, what's going to make my life better?
Yeah.
Is it doing this or is it doing that? And fortunately, just don't have the energy or time or enthusiasm to do it quite as much as I used to. So,
No, I know exactly what you mean, because it's even coming back with the podcast now, I'm doing it for like one of two reasons. Two, I do want to dabble back in Magic again, and or one, dabble back in Magic. Two, it would be starting to bring more awareness to my game studio too, right? So
which is what you want to do, yeah. Which is progressing,
yeah,
for the studio, which is what you want to do. So
yeah,
this is a good platform to do it. So, yeah.
yeah. So and it's like, dude, we're having so much fun, like doing this stuff. Like, for instance, so the second book, I've been doing so much research on of naval stuff, like clipper ships, pirate ships, and all that. And so one of the reasons I want to go to England so bad is I think it's the Greenwich Museum where they have the Cutty Sark.
Oh yeah.
The big clipper ship and all
Greenwich.
that. Or it's Greenwich. Okay.
You said it as it should be, as it's spelled. So don't worry about
that. Yes. My bad, English people. Sorry.
I was watching what was I watching the other? I can't remember. I can't remember the story, but it was something along those lines. And this was a British person saying it. He was saying it like, "Yeah, I went to Greenwich." You've got an excuse, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I'm American, all right? We're dumb.
American. We always say different things. Like, what were we saying the other day about stuff? I can't remember. There were some words we were going for a while back when they were like, remember? It's like saying different ways, and tomato,
tomato.
Yeah.
Sandwich. No, so part of my second book has been researching that stuff, like just understanding like how did they even like do combat back then, with the cannons and fighting, and like how did they sail? Like there's a lot of good resources, and dude, so this whole Cutty Sark thing with the Clipper tea races they did back in the late 1800s, I think, where they would travel from like Shanghai all the way back to England, and go like around the coast of South Africa and all that. Dude, it just blew my mind, like the path they would take, and like how the hell did these people back then like know where the hell they were going?
Because it's not like you go on a road and it leads to somewhere and you can see signs. When you go in the sea, it's a sea. It's literally just there's the same everywhere you go. How would they honestly map some compasses, just compasses and stuff? And
well, I know they did it with with the sun, the stars, and I know there was ways they did it, but it still blows my mind. Like they knew.
It's such a vast journey.
Yeah.
Go and do it and to get there right.
Well, and especially like if you're sailing during a storm too, like how easy it must have been to get turned around, or even if it was like super cloudy, or even like a cloudy night, right? Like how hard was it to know exactly where you're going?
You'd probably like to visit some of the naval ports down here, like Southampton and Portsmouth and places like that down in England. Very heavily naval-based places, and rough. Portsmouth is a bit rough places, but
Cutty Sark is definitely on my list.
Definitely.
I mean, I know the other touristy stuff like Stonehenge and Abbey Road.
I've been there for years. Yeah, that's amazing to go to.
Like Abbey Road with the Beatles and all that stuff, but yeah, no, like my first thing, I want to go see Cuddy Sark and
Yeah.
know what it's like. Like, oh god, this is what it was like to be on a ship, and um,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, I mean that's been a ton of fun researching that stuff.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
And it's been it's like learning a whole new language too, like how they
Yeah.
do, like how they would sail, and the orders they would give out, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just been a lot of fun.
I've got a lovely book here. I won't find it now because I won't, but I'll find it and I'll get the name of it for you next time. But it's a book about like a naval language. It
Okay.
gives you all in like the old times of all the words that they used to use on the naval
Oh
ships.
snap.
It
Okay.
translates to what they are. I got it from the museum when I worked there.
Oh cool. That's right. I
Yeah,
forgot you worked at a museum. Yeah.
you'd find that book really, really interesting. You'd
Yeah.
love that book. It's all old ships and pirates and words they use and just translate them to what they mean now and stuff like that. But I'll try and dig the book out, and it's really well illustrated book as well. I bought it first of all just because of the cover. It just looked amazing. You know, when you buy books for shelves,
Yeah.
I'm like, God, that book looks. And then it was like reading it. It was like I used to take it to work and read it. I was like, oh, it's really interesting.
So speaking of pirates, so I don't know how true this is, but on my mom's side of the family, her maiden name is Levasseur, which is a French name.
Yeah.
And there is, so do you know the anime One Piece?
Oh yeah, yeah. I tried watching that. Yeah.
And so basically the anime is about the pirate king has left his treasure and people got to go find it.
Maybe I didn't see the anime version. Was there an actual?
There was a Netflix version.
I watched the Netflix version. I
Okay.
couldn't get into it. Yeah, it was just a bit. Don't know. It threw me because I felt like the characters were all meant to be older and they were all kids. It totally threw me.
Well,
All younger, wouldn't they?
they
Maybe that's
also,
part of the story.
so I mean,
It just-
that's kind of how it is in the anime. Like they're around that same age.
yeah, yeah.
But so like the main crux of One Piece is, this pirate king has left his treasure, and it's like, well, you go find it and you become the next pirate king.
Yeah.
That's the main crux. So that the pirate king is apparently based on a real life pirate. I think they called Labooze or Laboose, like meaning the buzzard. And his name was Oliver Levasseur, which is
Really?
part of my mother's maiden name. Like, and so I'm like, I may be related somehow to this famous pirate, and he actually did bury a treasure that to this day no one has found.
Oh man.
So
You need to find that map.
I know, right?
Like a Goonie adventure. Come on.
right. So it was just cool, like while researching all this stuff, it's I find that out and I'm like, oh my god, that's that's awesome.
Oh mate.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go become a pirate and try to
do it,
find
mate.
some treasure. And
Get yourself a little patch off Amazon or something.
right, and then actually get taken over by real pirates on the sea, and
Plastic parrot on your arm.
yeah. I'll just stay away from Somalia, the Somalian pirates over there.
Yeah. They're bored you and they're taking control of you, mate. They'll be ransoming you.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, no, definitely find that book if you can, because
I will find that book. Yeah, I think it's on my shelf in the other room, so I'll definitely get it. And I'll send you a picture of it, and
yeah, that'd be awesome.
you can order it and have a look. But yeah, I just saw that as an interesting. Yeah, it'd be a perfect book for that.
Oh yeah. Oh
Maybe
yeah.
get some really cool words and names you could put into your next one as well from it, or saying like
Hell yeah.
Kinds of translations and stuff.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm pretty sure it gives stories of all different boats as well. I think it does in there.
Okay.
As well. So yeah, it's a very interesting book.
Oh, that's awesome,
Especially
man.
for someone like me who doesn't really read a lot, So
Oh, that is one habit that I have picked up a lot in the past year and a half is reading.
yeah, I wish I could, mate. That's one hobby I'd love to be able to just. Attention span is just like a gnat, mate. It's like seconds. You know what I mean? It's just like
So you want to know how to really do it? Because I was the same way. I mean, because like I've always been a reader all my life, but it just
Yeah.
like over the years, especially kids and job, I stopped reading a lot. But past year and a half, I made it a habit to read before bed,
Really, yeah.
and so just when you go to sleep, go lay down, get a book, even if you only read a few pages before you pass out, it'll
Yeah.
start becoming a habit, and
Yeah.
then eventually, it may take you a month or two to finish a book, but whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
But if you really want to get back into it, dude, that's the best way I found for me
Yeah,
at
I'd love
least.
to. Yeah.
Just just do it. Like even if you read 5 pages a night, that's
Yeah.
you'll
It's so
eventually
easy
start
just to,
getting into it more.
it's a habit, yeah. Because
Yeah.
normally I just watch YouTube before I go to sleep, and then I can't sleep because of lights and
Yeah.
the. It's
Tr-
just
tr-
like, yeah.
Trust me, reading about it'll put you to sleep. But what also sucks is sometimes you'll be reading a book and it gets so good that you still can't sleep because you're like, I want to
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
reading.
You read it, yeah. So it work both ways.
Yeah. No, but I say that to anyone who really wants to get into reading. Like, do it.
Yeah.
Take a book with you to bed, even if you get 5 pages into it. That's more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
you did today. Or, than you did before.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I've got
it's
a Kindle and I've used it about 10 times.
well, then
Should
start
use it a
start
bit more.
using it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I did read one book on there, and it was like a series, and I read the first one, and then, like you say, I got so into it, I just kept reading it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's like I've just gone out of the habit. That's the thing. It's been a few years since. It's definitely something I'd like to get back into.
I'll just do it.
Rather relaxed old age.
No more YouTube videos when you're going to
No.
bed. Just
Exactly.
just read some. Just start reading a book.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's more interesting because, dude, I've read so much good stuff lately. I mean, I mainly read fantasy, and I can give you so many recommendations because past year and a half, I've read so much shit. It's so good, like so much. I mean, like, and I'm not the fastest reader ever, so it's. I mean, there are some books that I've read. Well, my problem is I read a lot of dense books. There are some books that it just takes you a while to get through because of just how dense the writing is. But if there's a book that I'm reading where it's a pretty light read, even if it's like 300-400 pages, I can read it in a day. And all that.
Even now, yeah. Jeez.
Because it and you'll see what I mean. Like, good example. We'll use a good example. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings can be considered a dense read, right?
Definitely, yeah.
And then another book. I don't know. What do I have? Light book. Off the top of my head, I don't. Harry Potter. The first Harry Potter book. That's considered a light read, where
okay, yeah.
I could finish the a Harry Potter book in a day, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just so easy to read. It flows through fast. Where Lord of the Rings, it's like each page, you're digesting a lot of information and all that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, it's definitely something I want to get back into, definitely. And
do it.
find a series of books that I like as well. Do you know what I mean? Something that would make me go, right.
Well, like I said, if you're into fantasy, I've got so many good recommendations and all that.
I tend to go for more like thriller killer kind of things, murder and mystery and
Okay.
that sort of stuff is normally my. I do have a bit of an obsession with serial killers and stuff like that, which
Okay.
yeah, I do love watching that. I don't know why it sounds really bad, but I do love.
No,
reading
I
that.
mean-
I just find them so interesting and. Stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
I know a lot of people that are into that, like love watching documentaries on serial killers and
mate, I've
It's-
watched them all.
or like cults and stuff and
Yeah, my main YouTube I watch is crime channels, without a doubt. I think I would have made a good FBI agent or a MI5
oh
to
dang,
watch on that.
like a James Bond.
Yeah. Hello, 1.
Do you
Not quite made it to 7.
is James Bond pretty big in the UK? Because I mean,
Yeah,
I
it used to be. Yeah, used to be quite. Yeah.
Now, I mean, like, it's not as big in America as it used to be, but there's still like a huge fan base for it.
Yeah, yeah. There's always like a discussion about who's going to be the next Bond.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, I think was the best Bond for me. He's been the best Bond.
You know, it's sad to say, I have not seen any Daniel Craig Bond films. I know.
God, he's the best. He's the best. Better than your Roger Moores and all them.
Because I've seen all the other ones. Because the last Bond movie I saw was the last Pierce Brosnan one, which Tomorrow Never Dies, or
I didn't like Pierce too much. He was alright, but
I liked him in GoldenEye, but the other one, because he did what, 2 more after that, I think, or 3. I can't remember. Like the other 2 that he did after GoldenEye, I did not really care for.
I'd definitely recommend doing the Daniel Craig ones. They were real good stories on there.
Yeah,
they sort of followed on with M and stuff like that when she left, and he had to come back and protect. And they were good. He's just really good at it. It's a shame. To me, it's like when him leaving, I just don't see how anyone can do it as good. The only person that I could see do it would be good, but he's getting older now, which is a problem. Which is the guy that plays a series over here called Luther. Idris Elba.
Oh, Idris Elba?
Yeah, I could see him being a good Bond, but he's getting older now. That's the problem. He could have been a good Bond 5 years ago.
How old is he now?
Yeah, he's probably a bit too old now. He's still fit because he's done a couple of action movies recently.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's 51? No, he's not.
He is.
Holy crap. Yeah, he still looks...
still doing it.
Yeah.
He could still do it, just about, but I think... Good.
Yeah, I love... He's a great actor.
Could definitely see him doing it.
Who else? So if he's considered too old and they want someone maybe mid-30s, young 40s or something...
I've looked at Tom Hardy, maybe, which could be okay. I don't think... He's more of a quiet, silent type of villain rather than a smooth... He's not really a smooth talking...
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really like that, so I don't see the role fitting him, really. I don't know who the actor is, but there was one in 40 Shades of Grey that I reckon, but I don't know him, so I don't know who that was.
The one who played Christian Grey, or...
Yeah. Yeah, they spoke about him quite a bit, but I don't know. Me, he's not that type of actor. But other than that, they did talk about yesterday. There was major uproar about it because they talked about an American actor doing it. It went mad. It went mad. I can't remember. I don't know the name, but I saw it on a tweet or something.
Wait. Has every actor that's played Bond have they always been from British or from the UK?
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Was Roger Moore too?
Was it Roger Moore? I'm pretty sure Roger Moore was.
I can't look on the computer, so I got to use my phone. Roger Moore. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Duh. No, I'm not thinking of. Oh God. All right. I'm gonna Google.
Dalton was.
Yeah, that's the one who I was. Dalton.
Then Pierce Brosnan.
George Lazenby. Oh no. Yeah, Timothy Dalton. Yeah, Timothy Dalton was. Yeah, British actor. Yeah. Of course. Dame Judi Dench as M.
Yeah, M.
Yeah, so you're right. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be a...
Yeah.
Would there be you think there'd be a huge uproar if they chose someone not British?
Yeah, just to change it. I don't think they do it. And they spoke about making it female as well, and that caused a massive uproar. But some things surely have to be kept traditional to what they are. I mean, James Bond. I mean, you could do a Bond series, but would it really be... I mean, James Bond is James Bond. 007 is just the agent. So you could do a 007 with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
James Bond is James Bond, isn't it? It's not Jemima Bond.
Yeah.
So you could do something like that, but I'd make it a different, like a spin-off or something like that, I think.
But it's they're trying to get the name. So if they use a female, they're gonna still want to call it James Bond because it has that marketing for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So another one that would be really good is, and he's very fit, so is Jason Statham. He'd be a good Bond.
is he British?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he is. He's
Yeah, Jason.
56. He's older than Idris.
Yeah, but he's fit. He is an athlete. Been doing all the karate films, Expendables, everything
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just
All the
he's just
Fast and
super.
Furious movies and
Yeah, he's super fit still. I'm not saying Idris Elba ain't, but he seems like a big lad. And when you see him walking programs like Luther is an amazing cop program over here. If you've ever seen Luther, you
no,
can
I've
get to
never
watch
seen
that.
that.
If you can ever get to watch Luther, there's actually a film on Netflix. There's a Luther extended film. See if you can watch it on there. He's brilliant in
Okay.
Luther. Just
Oh
he's
shit.
a dirty cop.
Okay, so there's one American actor that I think could have made a good James Bond, but sadly he's passed away. Chadwick Boseman, who
Oh
who
yeah,
played
the
Black Panther.
Panther. Yeah, yeah,
I think he could have been a good James
yeah.
Bond.
Yeah, I could definitely. Yeah, I could see him being a good Bond.
But with
Yeah,
him being
I actually watched
American,
Black Panther yesterday again. That's weird. You said that. I rewatched it yesterday. Black Panther.
dude, I still
Just 'cause
haven't seen the second one. Like, dude, I'm
oh,
so far
Wakanda
behind.
Forever.
Yeah, dude, I'm so far behind Marvel stuff. Like, I haven't. The last Marvel movie that I've seen. Actually, wait, no. I went and saw the Marvels in theaters, and I actually enjoyed it. It was it. I liked it for two reasons. One, it was funny, it wasn't very serious
Yeah.
because I actually do like Captain Marvel. Shit, what's her name? The Static. Oh my god, Monica Rambeau. I can't remember her name. Captain Marvel's best, or the little kid who grew up.
Can't remember. No.
And then the oh shit, the Indian girl. Oh, Kamala Khan.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't,
So those three. I love all of them, and it was a short movie too. It was only like 90 minutes, and it's like
right, yeah.
more movies need to be that length. I'm tired of these
Yeah,
2
Marvel
hours,
movies.
2.5 hour movies.
Marvel's always long, aren't they? Marvel movies always long.
Yeah, they need to stop being so long.
Yeah.
Not all of them have to be 2.5 hours. But
Yeah.
yeah, but dude, there's still so many movies and TV shows I have not seen. It's ridiculous. I'm so far behind, and it's too overwhelming. And now that they got rid of Jonathan Majors as Kang, it's like, what are they going to do with that whole plot? Are they just going to forget about it, sweep it under the rug?
Yeah. See, there was another new. I think it was Marvel series on Disney, which was Echo.
I've seen advertisements for that. I haven't watched
Yeah.
it or anything.
It's okay. I'm from the advertising. I might give it a go, but like you say, there's so many on there. I haven't kept up with half of them, and I don't know what order they're all in or anything like that. And
Oh, dude, I know.
so many spin-offs. I tried watching one of the spin-offs last week, which was it's an older one though. Two from the Marvel. Captain America's friend that does the shooting.
Oh, the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, the series was the Winter Soldier and another guy.
Oh, Falcon.
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes. I just couldn't get into it. I was just like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. I was like,
Yeah, that one was okay. Going from WandaVision, which I loved. I thought WandaVision was great, and then to Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's like, it was okay. Like I did watch the whole thing. It was just, I don't know. They're having the same problem as Magic. Too much product.
yep. Even these spin-offs, like, oh my god, we made money on this, so let's saturate it with all these spin-offs and extra, like Magic with the extra secret layers and all the universe beyonds and.
The problem also is, at least a lot of the criticisms I've heard, is it feels like every single show and movie isn't its own self-contained story anymore. It's just setting up for the next thing. Whereas if you were to watch, the old, I hate saying old, but the first Marvel movies coming out, they were all self-contained stories. Like, you didn't have to watch the other ones, to understand what's going on in this one.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can like some for what they are. Like I like the Captain America ones. You know, I can watch all them, and I can, I like Iron Man 1, 2,
Oh
3.
yeah.
You know, you can watch them as they are. And they don't really intervene with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all good films in their own rights, which is what I like. But yeah, like you say, these series are a bit they all intermingle, which is just not.
Well, so like the problem with the Marvels movie was if you had not watched WandaVision or Ms. Marvel, those TV shows, you'd have no idea who two of the heroes are in the movie. You would just know
Yeah,
Captain Marvel, who had her own movie, and then
yeah,
her two friends, which if you didn't watch the series, you'd be like, who the hell are they?
yeah. Wouldn't have a
You
clue.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's one of the problems with it. Like, if you're not watching all of it, you're
yeah.
going to be lost.
For me, the worst thing about this is just my view. The worst thing about like the three main Marvel films, the Infinities, that whole one was Brie Larson. I'm just not a fan of Brie Larson. So
Really?
yeah, can't be having her. And
Huh.
as soon as she flew in to save the day of that bit, I was like, that is just shit. It should have been when Thor entered. In the previous one,
Yeah.
Thor came in between everyone. That was to me. That gives me goosebumps. Still, I
No,
can
I
rewatch that when he comes when they're all getting slightly beaten and he just flies in and just comes down with the lightning. That is to me. But when he just sort of enters and they have all the women together and the thing, I'm
I
like,
I kind of.
what the frick are you
I mean
going on
that
about?
I can see why some people don't like it. Like, I've always liked Brie Larson.
The cast don't like her either.
Really?
Yeah, mate, you
Damn.
want to see some of the stuff. They can't stand her. She's always trying to. She's been rude to him. I've seen clips where she's been rude to him in interviews, and yeah,
Dang.
she's not liked at all.
Damn.
And it makes a mockery of the thing. Is like, well, if she could have just come and saved everyone because she had that superpower, she could have just destroyed Thanos and everyone on her own. Like flew through the, I don't know, the spaceship and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Why did they bother with the whole rest of the film? All of the others that couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
You're talking in one fight, you had, I think it was Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, everyone fighting Thanos at once, and he was keeping them all at bay. Then, and the answer was, oh, the other planets didn't have you lot. When she said that, I was like, oh my god, what on earth?
So from a story standpoint, I can understand that because
Yeah.
like not liking that, but I don't know. Brie Larson just never has like bothered me. I don't know anything about behind the scenes stuff with her.
Yeah, I'll have to send
Or
you some
whatever.
stuff because I
Yeah,
watch a lot of that stuff, and
because
yeah, some of the stuff where she sits there and she's like, it's just something so cringy. What stuff that she says about when they said something, and she's like, "Well, no, it was me." She's really big in herself. Like you're trying to do it. To,
so
like,
typical Hollywood actor.
Robert Downey Jr. and flipping people like that. Like, no, they're a lot bigger than you, Robert Downey Jr. and that. I mean, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you a few of the clips where it's like
All right.
the whole
So I'm
the
so
whole
I'm
cast hate Brie Larson and stuff like that.
so I'm assuming you've never seen the Marvels movie that just came out. No.
I saw her first movie and I actually didn't think it was that bad. It put her in a better light than her. Was it the first one she did?
Yeah, the first
only
one.
done
First, yeah. Well,
so when-
she's only done. Yeah, that just Captain Marvel, then the one that just came out, the Marvels, where it was the three of them.
I saw Captain Marvel and I thought that put her in a better light.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the
didn't-
best
I didn't
movie. It was.
I bet it wasn't the worst either by far, was it? It was
No,
it was an okay
it was
movie,
decent.
but
Yeah.
I don't know whether she just doesn't mix well with others in movies. I don't know. That's the impression I got. That they all got on. None of them got on with her. Which was a weird
I don't know.
sort of thing. I think if it was one or two that didn't get on with her, then fair enough.
Yeah.
Then it's just the way it goes, isn't it? There's Charlize Theron doesn't get on with who doesn't she get on with? Someone that I thought she really would do. Tom Hardy.
Really.
Charlize Theron in the filming of Mad Max employed a bodyguard to keep him away from her. They were
Oh,
co-stars.
dang.
Yeah, because
Wow.
she was scared that he was going to hit her. So she employed
Wow.
bodyguards, and she wouldn't do scenes with him. And she shouted at him in one thing, and he got in her face apparently and just said, "Who do you think you are?" Because I think he turned up late a few times, and she just threw her like a diva fit. I really like Charlize Theron. I've always liked her as an actress in stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
apparently she threw a massive diva fit, and Tom Hardy's just like, "What on earth are you doing?" And yeah, you can see
Whatever. That's,
there's obviously things where people don't always get on.
I mean, that's always going to happen. Like,
When a whole cast say, "No, no, no, I ain't having this Marvel shit."
I mean, I mean, I think with the proliferation of social media, we get more exposure to that, from actors and actresses and all that, like knowing that kind of behind the scenes stuff. But dude, there's probably stuff about some of our favorite actors and actresses that, they just don't talk about in Hollywood or Britain or anything that
Yeah.
it's probably like, I would not be surprised if some of my favorite actors and actresses are actually really super shitty people.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, you see,
Like,
like they're probably rude in public and stuff like
yeah.
that. And I mean, like, isn't one of the Spider-Men meant to be really rude into people in real life?
Say
So
that again.
we've got three Spider-Men, and three Spider-Man
Oh yeah,
actors.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of them, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the original one.
Oh, Toby
He's supposed
Maguire.
to, yeah, he's supposed to be a flipping nightmare. He's supposed to be so horrible. People come up for autographs now, and he literally says, "Fuck off." He literally tells them to get lost.
Okay. So, in his defense, right? Okay. So, would you, if you were super mega famous and you couldn't go outside your front door without people coming up to you all day, every day, do you think you would be nice every single time?
I don't think I would. Then maybe he's just had it too much, too often.
Yeah.
A child actor, he's just fed up.
Because he was a child. Yeah, he started when he was very young. Like, dude, I can understand that. Now, if
And I
you're
see the other side that for someone's hero,
that too.
you
It's
have to live up to that hero status because you've just been given 50 million to play a role in a film.
yeah,
You are portraying it, and you've portrayed it well. They believe that you are Spider-Man. That's what they believe, and then you make a little kid cry. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, it's
2 seconds out of your life, to someone.
it does sort of go both ways, right? For that
Yeah, I
stuff,
think
and
both ways. I can see his point of view. Then I can think you've chosen to live that life. It's not. You can't choose to be star, worldwide star, then not have some people. Because they're not being horrible. They're just like, oh my god, you're my hero.
yeah,
I mean, so, but yeah, me personally, I'd get the right ump of it. I'd be worse than him. I'd be worse. Then you probably wouldn't get many jobs after that. So,
nope, probably not.
yeah.
I mean, I get.
Man.
I mean, the same thing sort of goes for like when you're on set too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
These people are on set for like 12 to 16 hours a day every day, and you really think some of them are gonna always get along and stuff? There's gonna be tempers flaring. I mean, like I said, that's why I think there's probably so much stuff we don't know that happens, right? That take Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy, right? It could have been both of them had a really bad day or whatever,
Yeah.
and he got in her face and she got scared, had to get a bodyguard. Maybe she was doing something too. We don't know.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
it could have
yeah.
been Tom was absolutely horrible to work with, and she had to get a bodyguard because she was feeling threatened. Like, we don't friggin' know. And Brie Larson, for instance, right? It's like I said, it could very well be that she is an incredible diva to work with, and everyone hates her. Or I don't
did
know.
just Google about her just to actually
Yeah.
find out why. It says that some of the members of the Avenger cast have a problem with the Captain Marvel character,
Oh, the character.
and the storyline, and her performance as well, because she was a bit arrogant in it, and a bit. I thought the character was a bit arrogant. Maybe she was told to portray that way.
Yeah.
I didn't like. That's the one thing I didn't like. But they said she expresses some political views they don't like, and apparently she's been caught many times lying and called out about the Avengers. Apparently she's just been caught lying about what goes on there.
Oh.
She's got multiple things.
Whatever.
But
they're all overpaid for what they do.
Look at what Robert Downey Jr. was when he once like an alcoholic drunk or something. Used to cause loads
something
of
like
problems
that
on sets and stuff, and it's just normal people, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose, at the end of the day, only like me and you, just they get paid a lot of money to do the job they do.
Yeah, I mean they're nothing. They're not any more special than us, and it's.
I mean, Charlize Theron should have known not to start a fight with Tom Hardy. I mean, he's bloody Bane after all. Don't start a fight with Bane.
Well, like I said, we don't know what really happened, right? It could have been.
Actually,
she could have just been completely fed up with his BS and called him out on it. You know,
I mean, Bane is the second best baddie in the world behind Thanos. There's no doubt. Bane was up there. Third, the Joker. That's the top three.
Jared Leto's Joker, right, from Suicide Squad, best one.
Him.
Horrible.
I love him. I didn't mind him, mate. I love Jared Leto's one. I've got him up here as one of my pops.
So bad.
Yeah, but he had certain scenes that he was really good in. Had really good scenes, like when they were in the kitchen and he come up behind him and he put his hands on the shoulder and stuff like that. I remember stuff, and I thought that was such a good scene that was. But
there was a scene like that in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, all the baddies are in there.
Yeah,
he comes up behind. I can't remember what he says. Oh, what does he say?
I haven't seen that movie in forever, and I don't really think I want to again. It was so bad.
I do like that.
I mean, Mark Hamill's always going to be probably my favorite Joker.
Really, yeah?
Well, you know, from the cartoon and all that.
Yeah. But see, most people like the guy that died, didn't they?
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Whether they like him, Keith Ledger, because...
I mean, he did amazing. He was phenomenal.
He was very good. He got into it very well.
Yeah.
That's another thing as well. See, we talk about my favourites, which is Thanos and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see another Batman past Christian Bale. I just can't see it.
I thought Robert Pattinson did good. I thought
okay, but different.
He played a really good young Batman who was like just starting out, like a Batman Year One type deal.
Yeah. Christian Bale, that voice, it's just. Mate, I just love Christian Bale.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Amazing.
It was
amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I do need to watch The Batman again, the new one. And
yeah, I've got it to watch it. I watched it once, like you. I need to watch it again, probably to appreciate it a bit more.
I mean,
I was surprised how good he was, actually.
I mean, Christian Bale was great. I still love Kevin Conroy as the voice of Batman for the cartoons. You know, along with him and Mark Hamill. Do you read any of the Batman comics?
No, but I kind of want to get into them.
Yes.
I just don't know whether I should start doing comic stuff as well, because I saw there was a local comic shop that where we used to live in St Albans. They advertised. I think it's a new Thanos comic.
Oh, cool!
There was like Thanos #1, and they had a picture of him on the front with the Hulk in some kind of battle. I was like, "It's a Thanos comic. What the hell,
dude?"
I have to read this.
So it's been a while since I've read this series, but one of my favorite recent Batman comics was I can't remember the title of it. It may have been called Three Jokers. It was about 3 incarnations of Joker, like all teaming up to try to stop Batman, and Robin and the Red Hood and Nightwing and all that. Yeah. And you'd recognize these 3 incarnations of Joker from like previous, movies or cartoons and stuff, and
Yeah.
like each one is like, one is the gangster version of the Joker, another one is the clown version of the Joker, and the other one's just like the complete psycho version of the Joker. And it's really, because if you ever read the comics, or I mean, you've seen all the movies too, the way they always portray Joker is slightly different, right? Like Jack Nicholson's Joker is more of the gangster version, right? From the Michael Keaton Batman. The Batman from the 1960s with Cesar Romero, he was like the clown version of the Joker. Like Heath Ledger's Joker was more of like the insane one. That kind of stuff.
What would you say the latest Joker is more like? The more insane one?
The Joaquin Phoenix one?
I didn't sort of put him in, because he's a bit of an insane one, isn't he? Because
he is. It's the one
he played
thing
that well, didn't he?
Oh my god, yeah, dude. It's the thing that I really like about that movie is it just goes to show how broken mental health care is in America.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean,
because that was more like, I mean, he was a clown in it, wasn't he? That's what he was. Yeah. And it became because he was just beaten down by everything, and he just became mentally unwell from it all.
Mm-hmm.
And
the system failed him. Like the government system failed him because he wasn't making enough money to get actual treatment for what he needed. And
looking forward to the second one. The second one, it's got Lady Gaga in the second one.
I know, as Harley Quinn. Like that one's going to be really interesting. I'm excited about that. What happens. Yeah, because
and they say
it's going to be a musical too.
Yeah,
which
it's going to be strange, isn't it?
I'm going to love it.
Yeah, I mean, you had all the steps dancing down the steps in the first one, and stuff like that. It's going to be an interesting film, different, I think, but popular as well. I do love the Joker as a character.
Yeah, I mean, and I love Batman. Batman's my favorite superhero.
You can see my models at the back.
Oh yeah,
it's all Batman and Joker.
Oh yeah, no, I love it. One of my also favorite comic series of Batman is the crossover series of Batman and Ninja Turtles.
Right, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, there was a Ninja Turtle Batman cartoon movie, but the comic series, I loved it. So, like the first series, is somehow the Ninja Turtles get transported to Gotham. And, the first series is about like, oh, hey, we got to get back to New York City. And, and of course, Batman and the Ninja Turtles eventually team up and fight the Joker and the Shredder together. And, dude, it's really good. Like, the art's fantastic. Dude, and I think that would be like an awesome movie, like even a live action movie, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not as serious in tone and all that stuff, but.
You can't be serious with the Turtles in there because they're always making jokes and stuff, aren't they? But with the seriousness of potential Batman with it, you have like the two opposites, and you could just see that them joking around it and stuff like that would be quite it'd be quite funny, to be honest.
They did 3 series of that like comic crossover, and they were all amazing. Definitely worth it, because I think at one point, like even they have the whole Batman Rogue Gallery, like the Joker, Bane, whoever, the Poison Ivy, Penguin, Catwoman, they all get like mutated into monsters and all that stuff from the ooze that, from the Ninja Turtles. And they all got to stop, Krang and the Joker from teaming up or whatever. Oh yeah, Mr. Freeze. Mr.
Freeze, that's it. Yeah. I keep trying to get a Mr. Freeze pop, and I can't get one anywhere because he's. Arnold Schwarzenegger that was a brilliant one. So you sort of feel sorry for Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. He's a very tragic character.
Yeah, it's a very retro film, that one. And it's something that I could definitely see myself watching again.
God, it's sad calling that retro because it's like, fuck, I was a kid watching that movie. And oh, God.
I was probably a teenager, yeah.
Oh, God. I know, and it...
Mr. Freeze.
Dude, so, okay. My 20-year-old, telling me that she's listening to retro rock music or classic rock, and her idea of classic rock is like Slipknot, Linkin Park, Foo Fighters and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, fuck,
No.
it's happening to me. This must have been what my parents felt like when I discovered, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, and all that stuff. And I'm like, I love them. They're so good. They're just like, yeah.
Only classic.
When they're saying, like Slipknot is classic rock, I'm like, oh god, I feel so old.
Yeah, can't be having that.
Oh
god, roses.
God, yeah, it makes you feel all right, man. Well, we're at 2 hours here.
Wow.
I know. This happens every single time.
We chatted some Magic. We did chat some Magic.
Yeah, I think for the first good half,
Yeah. We always side spin onto other stuff.
Yeah, it happens. But no, it's great. It's always great having you on.
Yeah, mate, it's always good catching up.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug before we go here?
You can, if you want some chilled out content. Magic content obviously is what I do a lot of now. So TotalMTG, every platform, or more on stuff like Instagram and YouTube, obviously, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Little bits on Twitter. I use that really just to promote now and stuff like that. Nothing much else, but yeah, where you can find me and the channel.
Oh, what about your wife's book company?
Yeah. The Happy Book Company. So
yeah, give me a link to that.
Book, I will. The 365 books. So quote for every day of the year. Really good. Good for mental health. We do positive thoughts books and everything like that. So filled with all famous quotes of all famous people around the world and stuff like that. So yeah, they're good for wellness and everything else like that, which is what you need in this times.
Yeah.
Most people reading something inspirational or set you up for the day.
Yeah. Well, nice, man. Thank you.
Be in the US soon. Fingers crossed.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, dude. If it does happen, you got to let me know, and I'll.
I will, mate. I'll find out that book.
I'll start searching. All my stores around Florida and be like, I found it.
It's there. Donated to the cause.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got lots of new books coming in the new year.
Dude, that's awesome. Congrats on that. That's awesome. Yeah. And you've been on TV and stuff. Jeez.
I know, mate. I know. Famous books.
I know.
Yeah. I know. Look at us both. You see, started off all years just making little YouTube videos. Now you're going to be like an indie game developer and have a D&D story books, and
we'll see.
Doing books. That's what the plan is, mate. When we have our next meet up, we'll be like, "Yep, we've done it.
Yep,
that's what we've done."
All right, man.
Cheers, dude.
All right, we'll have a good one.
Cheers, mate.
All right, everybody, thank you all for listening, and I hope you did enjoy that episode. I mean, I always do. I love having Matt on, Matt and Matt. He's just such an awesome person, great friend, and be sure to check out him and his wife's book company. The link is in the description below. It is so awesome that they're doing so well with that company, and I'm happy for them, really, honestly happy. And it's, it's just great getting to hear from him again. I mean, I just love it. I love talking with him. He's such a great person. And, be sure to follow his YouTube channel as well, too, and his Twitch if you want to go see his Magic content. Does some really good Magic Arena videos, a lot of good budget stuff. So be sure to check it out. And thank you all once again for listening to Magic with Zuby, brought to you by Walrus Game Studio. And I hope you all have a really great day.